Shalom. All praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to our apostles, our bishops, and honors to our king pushers truth out and sincerity, week in and week out. You know, we out here out of fear, and we in wartime. That's it. You know, we in wartime.
Oh, since you said that, I got something.
All right.
There's Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under heaven.
So there's a cycle and a time period for everything under heaven. So there's a time period. We are not in a time of peace. So we have to move strategic, spiritually, and be on full alert. All right? We can't just walk out there and be on attack mode. We waiting for the spirit to give us the go ahead on what to do. All right?
Verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate.
We're not in a love time right now. We're in a time of hate and war. We're not in a time of love right now. We're not in a time of we not in a family time and all of that, all right?
Everybody getting together and celebrating Thanksgiving and
you know what I mean?
You know, and doing what they do, being jolly in the spirit. We're not in that time. We're in the time of war.
Yeah.
We're in a time where these devils is going to come down hard upon us because what's happening is they know that their empire is something in the drain. So Revelation 12:12, these devils are going to come down having great wrath.
That's right.
It says a time of war and a time of peace.
We're not in a time of peace right now. We're in a time of war. And also, in a time of war, you gotta be strategic. You're not supposed to make irrational decisions. If I use the right word.
Irrational decisions.
Yeah, if I use the right word. You all right? All right.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, so that's the time. That's the time we're in. We're in wartime, but we gotta be wise as a serpent. The brothers mentioned in the camp. We gotta be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove.
Absolutely.
All right.
Circumspect.
And we know that Esau's you don't give him no excuse to roll. You know what I mean? All right.
Watching what we say, it's kind of a moot point. It's useless because they have us on videos saying death to America and things like that, and speaking against treasonous things, words against the government. So us holding back right now and watching what we say, it's kind of like useless because they already got us on video, on multiple videos in the past, speaking about the destruction of America and death to America and all that. So I mean, for us to like hold back now and be like, okay, because you got different brothers putting out on the chats to watch what you say. But it's kind of too late for that right now, to be realistic, because we've been bringing this out for years, man, saying treasonous words against the government. Now we seeing these prophecies come to pass. We seeing how Esau is starting to ratchet up the antes and how he gonna come up against us by using Asian provocateurs like Chief Ephraim, and other sellouts, and other agents. So we see what's going on. So we gotta be circumspect, man. But it's kind of too late to be on some real watch what you say. They got us on video.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. It says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves."
We're sheep in the midst of wolves, man. When we're in the hoods, we prophesying the downfall of America, what's gonna happen in 2/3. These dudes are emotional. So we are sheep and amongst wolves, and we know Esau gonna try to use his truth against us by bringing in during the time of martial law and things that's leading to that. We know his MO.
It says, "Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves."
Yeah, so we're gonna be wise as serpents, all right? We're not gonna go out there, try to form a militia or go look for trouble. That's not wise.
Now I gotta say this,
You know,
so,
you
real
got
quick
it.
to add on that brother's point. The same way we've been saying, DOA, whatever. Them same videos back then, you're gonna hear us saying it's not time to do no crazy shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they could go back and say, okay, y'all was saying destroyed it, but well, if you go back to them videos, we were saying the same thing back then. Hey, brothers, we're not supposed to grab no guns. We're not supposed to bear no arms. We're not supposed to take this man down. So, you know what I mean?
But real quick, can I say something else? The carpet, exactly what you're saying. People said that, but now they had these different groups. Sakari having weapons at the camp. You know what I'm saying? So now going to the gun range, shooting up. You know what I mean? You got this some other agent that looked like he was an Arab to say, but he could be a J. He could be sincere, but he was shooting at a gun range and all that. You know what I'm saying? Bringing out swords. Both the videos of that. So now we got weirdos popping up, and now they're gonna blame the ministry. What happened over in Palestine last week? That blamed the ministry. Not Palestine. What happened in Chicago last week? The Palestinians blamed the ministry. You know what I mean? So now another thing, if they go out there and try to get some get back, get another lick, because Chief Ephraim was trying to rally the troops to go out there to Chicago to combat the Palestinians. If they do that, that's gonna blame the ministry, man.
Yeah.
Shit, that's why we separate ourselves from them guys.
We not
The
with them.
the apostles gave that order out many years ago. Hey, put Great Millstone in front of your channel. That way, there's a separation between these different Israelite camps. You know what I mean?
Because what's going to happen, Esau is going to lump us all in one lump. I'm saying he ain't going to, that's Great Millstone, they different. No, he's going to lump everybody in one goddamn basket and come down hard, man.
That's right.
That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do, man. They're going to persecute the church, man. That's why it says in 2nd Ezra 68, 2nd Ezra 16 verse 16, they're going to be like man one sparing none. It's going to be a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, man. They're going to be like man sparing none, man. Responding to those that fear the Lord.
Esau can have agents go out, kill certain numbers of people, and say that they were Israelites just to move on us. We know how Esau get down. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta think like these devils and how they operate to get an idea of how they move.
This is Romans chapter 12. I'm gonna start at 17. It says, "Recompense to no man evil for evil."
Yeah, recompense, no payback. The Lord is gonna rise up to the prey. Right. So we not going out there trying to incite vengeance.
Doubling back.
Yeah.
Next week.
It's either whatever happened at that. Well, I don't wanna get twisted up saying anything. We ain't supposed to be going out there doing premeditated things and then going and do it.
It's a spiritual group, man.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand something real quick.
And we go out preaching this word in boldness. We're not cowards. We're strategic and we're under orders.
That's right.
We on the order. Everything is in order. I'm sorry, brothers.
We're not cowards because we out here giving our life up. I'm saying anything can happen right now, man. But I'm gonna say this, man. You don't think Wi-Fi knew that it was gonna be a goddamn protest with the Palestinians out there? Why would you go? Even if you didn't know, once you see them people coming, the Palestinians coming, you ain't gonna stand your ground. If we was here, we're gonna teach that come up against some men that's chafed in the spirit because their families are getting blown to smithereens by them Israelis over there. You want to pack up and leave, man. Fuck it, man. They're here now. Oh shit. You didn't know? Oh shit. Come on. Let's. The order is to pack up, brothers. Let's go. Move to another location. You ain't gonna stand there and start antagonizing these people,
There's
man.
a time and place for everything. Just like we know these dudes out here in these gangs are wicked. So you know how somebody get killed and then after a funeral they might be in a neighborhood eating, like having a dinner or whatever. You're not supposed to go over there and be like, yo, that is a wicked nigga, you got put to death. That's not using wisdom. His old people's all worried, they want get back. They probably can't get to the niggas that did it, don't know who did it. So they gotta blow out some steam. And you just happen to be in their crosshairs. You get what I'm saying? It's not wise. I wouldn't do that. Like, we not gonna go over and taunt somebody. You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, like poking at a hornet's nest.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Scriptures.
It says, recompense no man evil for evil, provide things honest in the sight of all men.
Yep.
It says, if it be possible, as much as lie in you, live peaceably with all men.
Be possible we live peaceably with all men.
That's right.
That's how we supposed to do. That's how we supposed to be. Our conduct.
That's how you're supposed
All
to
right?
live, man.
Yeah.
Got to rule your spirit to do that too.
Yeah.
It says, dearly beloved, verse 19, Romans 12 and 19. It says, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
So it's vengeance of the Lord, man. The Lord will get back for you.
That's right.
All right? And the Lord always honor righteousness, man. All right?
It says, last verse. It says, therefore, if thy enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink, for in doing so thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head.
Twofold.
It's about
right.
another Israelite, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. A man of the Lord.
The,
All right?
the heaping coals on his head, that's twofold in the sense like, you know, he's trying to be a demon and you just not being a demon back, that'll piss him off more and make him hot-headed.
Right.
But also towards a brother, you know, the brother's like spirits on him or whatever, you know, you deal with him justly. Heaping coals upon his head means you're helping him, because in the ancient world, that's what you used to do. Remember, like, you know, you collect coal to get fire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what they used to do. They'll take the coals, whatever, put it. So it's like you're helping them out. You know what I mean?
See?
I got something. Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
You watching that, you having a spiritual eye, and you watching everything that go. You're not meddling in affairs, but you're aware of your surroundings. You're aware of how everybody moves. You're aware of demons. I know you want the scriptures. I was just making a point. I was working the other night putting up some flyers. In the neighborhood I was, it was in the hood, and you had the young demons. They was a crew. They was like, yo, rip that down. I hear them. I'm just working past like I don't hear them. I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna take a picture. It's not them showing that I did the work, and then tear it down. I come back and put them shits back up. Were you sleeping off your high or whatever? You know what I mean?
Right.
I ain't say that, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm like,
Yeah, don't provoke these.
I'm not in the
niggas.
world. It doesn't make sense. I'm not a part of the world. That's not my battle. You
Right.
get what I'm saying?
Right.
This man is like, yo, because I guess the spirit seen her like, I don't give a fuck what's going on. I got it. Like, I'm not in fear. My mind is triggered to where if I ain't doing no wrong, even at gunpoint, I don't care. But if I did something wrong to you, I'm afraid.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, you got it.
It says, redeeming the times, because the days are evil.
The days are evil, so we know that we're in the days of evil, bad times. So you got demons out there, you got people looking to get in trouble. You got people, they haven't found their purpose in life. So they got nothing to lose, so their whole thing is to cause hurt. As much. And this helps them out. So you gotta be aware of all these things. And then you got agents working for Esau to snare you up. So, and the demons are doing their job. So I don't know how better to say it, but you gotta know what we're dealing with everywhere, man.
And you gotta be circumspect and know that, all right, you got a lot of demons out here with these people.
Yeah.
So you dealing with everyday people in this society. You gotta understand. You could be in the supermarket, or you could be on your way to the supermarket, or you could be driving in your car and somebody cut you off. You know what I mean? Or you're not driving fast enough for these people. Like today, I was driving, coming from dropping my women off. You know what I mean? And you had this dude behind me blowing the horn. I'm like, yo, okay. So the light turned yellow, then red. So I stopped. So the dude put up beside me saying, I should beat the shit out you. So I looked at him. I said, that's that. So this is what I said. Is that right? Is that right? You're going to beat the shit out of me, huh? Is that stopping at the light? Is that right? Okay, bro. I rolled my window up. See, he's like, showing me he had like a stick in his car, like a little miniature bat. He was like, yo, So I wrote my window back down. He was like, I should fuck you up. I said, all right, bro, do what you want to do, bro. I ain't mad. I ain't stopping you, bro. I'm at the light. You can get out your car and do what you got to do, bro. Just understand this, bro. If you put your hands on me, I'm going to victimize you. So the light turned red, I'm saying turned green, I drove off, you know what I mean? He was following behind me, following behind me, blowing his horn and tailgating me, following behind me. And then after a while, I'm driving, after a while, he just sped up and went his way. But he was tailgating me, driving me, trying to antagonize me, trying to get me into a fight. But I'm being circumspect, this dude got demons on him. This dude got, so I'm not gonna get into no fucking scuffle with this dude. I'm not gonna do that, man. This dude got spirits on him, man. I ain't do nothing to him. I'm just driving. I didn't run the light like he wanted me to. You in the rush? I'm not in a rush, bro. So then he was behind me, tailgating me, like blowing the horn and doing all kind of shit to provoke me. Yeah. I'm like, God damn, man. I just put my prayers up and left it like that, man. The Most High handled, whereas this dude, after a while, I'm driving, he tailgating me, he just went off and went his way. You know what I mean?
There's more. 17. It says, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
Yeah, not understanding what the will of the Lord. We supposed to please the Lord and not be carnal. All right. Like I forgot to mention. Now I didn't tell them that I would put the posters back up. I was just in my mind. Like I will come back another time and just repost them. You know. That's what I meant to say too. But yeah, so we're not out here looking for trouble or fueling flames. All right, we're gonna if possible we're gonna be at peace with all men. One lady told me, an elderly lady told me in my building, she said, yo, I always see you on the go, like to yourself and everything. Like she was happy about that. But
this is 2 Timothy 10:4. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, and our weapon is the scriptures. Our weapons are the scriptures. Mm-hmm. And we remember them as best as our ability when we moving around. We got them on our phone. You know what I mean? We have them on our phone. You know? Certain Hebrew prayers, if we don't know them off the top, we could just go and just recite them real quick. You know, on our move. You get what I'm saying, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds.
They're mighty in the pulling down of strongholds. So these scriptures, reciting them, meditating them, going to do the work. The Lord is spiritually bringing this place down. What's one of them strongholds? That Chazarate image. And there's other ones, man. The whole world know that they're imposters.
Who the devil is?
Yeah.
That's the main stronghold. That Serapis Christus, aka / Cesare Borgia. That's the main stronghold that got a grip on these Negroes, especially the Americans, in the land of our captivity. Yeah. They still clinging on to that image, that Jesus Christ image. It is a separation. Jesus Christ. You Google Jesus Christ, it's going to show you the Renaissance white man. But then if you Google Yahweh Shah, it's going to show you an image of our Lord and Savior, which is depicting an image of a so-called black man, pursuant to Revelation chapter 1, verse 15. You know what I mean? So when you get into that right there, you understand that. You see that these are the strongholds that Esau have built up to have these people's minds all, they got people mind fucked. You know? But we not mind fucked. The Most High liberated us spiritually and mentally, and we know, and gave us these breakdowns in the scriptures so we could navigate through life, man. So we can navigate through life and know, you know, how to know how to deal with certain situations that pop up. You know what I'm saying?
More. Verse 5. It says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into... Slaki.
Oh, sorry.
You want to go?
You got it.
Okay. And bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, so Everything being revealed to us. We know, could I say this? We know the MOTB. We know that's the chip, all right? We know Cornelius is an Israelite, all right? We know the image of the Lord. We know who the Lord's people are. We know the Most High's name is Yahweh. The Lord's name is Yahweh Shai, all right? We know these things. We know that the Lord is mentioned in the Old Testament and the New one. We know these things, all right? Now, because you got people that don't want to honor Yahweh Shai. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, Sakari is one of them.
Yeah, and you know what I mean? And Yahweh Shai, I know I'm blabbering, Yahweh Shai and the angels was given the blueprint to create the universe. Matter of fact, Yahweh Shai created the other angels. And then, not the spiritual realm, not the spiritual heaven, but these realms, the multiverses, and these planets and galaxies, all right?
I got you to back you up. This is the book of John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word.
Yep, in the beginning. In the headings was the Word. Who the Word is? Yahweh Shai. That's the Word.
And the Word was with the power.
And the Word was with the power, the angels.
And the Word was power.
And the Word was power, man. That Word is Yahweh Shai. In the beginning. See what I mean?
The same.
The beginning of what? The creation of the universe. The multiverses, the galaxies, the stars.
That's right.
All right?
The same was in the beginning with the Most High. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made.
That's right. So Yahweh Shai received the blueprint after Yahweh created Yahweh Shai, gave him a blueprint. This is what I want you to do. He created them other spirits, all right? He created the angels, you know what I mean? And then he created the angels that was to take physical form here, the elect, the universe, and these things. I know I keep repeating the same thing, but sometimes you gotta do that.
Gotta do that. Yep. It says, in him was all life, and the life was the light of men.
And the life was the light of men. All right? Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and also that spirit, man, that's in you, man. The animating force in you, that spirit. That's in these chains, this flesh. All right, now, a lot of people don't know that the Lord was given the blueprint to create the universe and the other angels in the universe. So they don't know that. It's deep and it's also basics at the same time. And they don't know that, so they're not gonna get any other thing that's there because they don't know. They think, forget it.
It's gonna tell you. It says, verse 5, and the light shineth in darkness.
And the light shineth in darkness, in ignorance, man.
That's the truth.
All right, that light, man. This light is the truth, and the whole world is like in darkness.
It says, and the darkness comprehended it not.
Yeah, the people that say ignorance and wickedness, they don't comprehend it. They don't have a spiritual understanding. All right, they can only see this.
Yo,
right?
bro, no matter how hard we try, a PhD person cannot get us to get rocket science. The shit is just too complex. It's just like our brains like, damn, that's just too much. So the same way certain things are sealed off to men, whatever sort of knowledge, the same thing with this truth. No matter how much you try to elaborate or look, it's just sealed off to them.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right, bro, because you got these jakes that say these college professors, they jakes, and they know all kind of shit. But when you try to break down the truth to them, their brain is locked. They can't get it. But we can't get what they saying to us, and they can't get what we saying to them. So their brain is locked.
Yeah.
So when it comes to this truth, these scriptures, they don't understand it because the Most High didn't give them the spirit of understanding. The Lord didn't light that candle in their mind, which they mind, like that candle in their mind to understand this truth. So they ain't gonna get it. Like you got 2/3 of the men of this society.
All knowledge in the universe are like doors. And the Most High has to give your mind the key. So if you don't have the key to that particular door, you will never unlock that understanding.
Exactly.
Go ahead, brother.
The Lord said, I will open the door, your mind, your spirit.
Knock you up. That,
They
hey,
got
that's
a
heavy.
spiritual Rubik's Cube on them. They can't get it.
That's right.
What's true said? This is Amos chapter 3, verse 7.
That's right.
It says, surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the
The
prophets.
Lord ain't gonna do anything. He revealed his secrets to his servants, the prophets, which are the elect. Who are you to the Lord? The Lord gotta prove to you who he is. Nah, you have to prove yourself to the Lord. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Fucking mortals. I just don't. No, you have to prove yourself. So who are you that the Lord, the Most High, the Lord is gonna stop what they doing and tell you anything if you ain't the elect?
That was it.
Got you. Romans 11:7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for?
2/3 of our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, haven't obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have.
It says, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were
They
blinded.
were spiritually blinded, man. They didn't have that foresight, all right?
That
I got a
it
precept.
factor is the truth.
Yeah.
I got a
I
precept.
got another verse. I got you. Verse 8. According as it is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear.
You ain't gonna hear the truth, you ain't gonna understand, you ain't gonna perceive, you're gonna be blinded, man. You walking in eternal darkness. And you like it's a long time you just in darkness until you destroy it and rebuild, reanimate it.
It says, unto this day, and David saith, let their table be made a snare.
Yeah, the Lord ain't supping with you. You don't have no spiritual knowledge, no spiritual food, so you're just gonna be starving and ignorant. All right, the Lord ain't dealing with you, so a lot of people are not gonna get it, man. King David, King Marshall said, "Let their table be a snare."
That's right. It says, and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them.
Yep. That payback. There's a payback for you now. That's why a lot of people who can't get it. It's gonna be a stumbling block. They're not gonna understand the MOTB, the Lord's name. They ain't gonna understand worshiping the Lord is your salvation. A lot of things, and they're gonna be puffed up in their own pride, which is their destruction.
It says, one more verse. Let their eyes be darkened that they may not see, and bow down their back always.
So they stiff neck. They ain't gonna get it, man. They ain't gonna get it, and they gonna be in their own illusion that they so-called wisdom is what's what, and eyes ain't gonna be opened up to salvation, man.
And just as back then in the wilderness, they were stiff-necked. You know what I mean? And no matter what Moses was trying to explain or Aaron, they wasn't getting it. You know what I mean? So fast forward now, most of those people are still here. And then back in the same mindset. You know what I mean? So they still not gonna get it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I got a precept going right into what you're saying, man. That's the spirit. He said that, man, because I was going into exactly what he was going into. This is Numbers chapter 12, verse 5. I'm going to start at 5. And the Lord Yahweh came down in the pillar, which was a chariot, of a cloud, and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. They was bucking up against Moses, his leadership. And verse 6, and Lord, he said, this is the Lord, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord Yahweh, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and I will speak unto him in the dream. My servant Moses is not so. So who is faithful in all my house? But that's the point. The 6th verse. And the Lord said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I the Lord Yahweh will make myself known to that prophet in the vision, and will speak to him in the dream. And that's what that's how the Lord speaks to his prophets in a vision, in a dream, or through men teaching them, the right men that's teaching them with the right doctrine. You know?
Yeah.
And that's how the Lord builds his prophets up, you know what I mean?
Get that vision all from the men of the Lord, and your instructions are sealed. I'm gonna have him study and do this, and we give an instruction while we're in our sleep.
Because in the ancient
You know?
world, the Lord used visions and dreams to inform his prophets. And they will receive dreams like Daniel, Jeremiah, Esdras, you know what I mean? They will receive dreams, and then they will build these dreams, you know, by putting them in words, you know what I mean? John the Revelator, you see? So this is how the Lord communicated with his people, his prophets. So you got false prophets out there that the Most High's not dealing with, that's not sending them any kind of dreams. They will learn this truth through the precepts of men, or do the proper channels, coming through the proper channel through prophets that the Most High set up. And then once they become high-minded, they learned enough. They learned 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 scriptures. Now they want to go out there and open the whole can and start distorting the truth and putting in damnable heresies and changing the doctrine that they learned. You gotta watch out. But the Most High set up both. The Most High set up the prophets to teach the 144,000, the true men of the Lord, and also the elect, and also the Most High set up prophets to deceive.
Spirit of the false prophet, subject to a false prophet.
And,
That's right. That's
yeah, and if we can say this, you know, that show you, so that the Most High have to be dealing with you directly. And I mean, and the Spirit is something that keep moving. Because if we check out all the videos of moving in terms of his living, you know what I mean? If you check out GMS, all the videos of GMS are on the internet. It's not like we have some secret video locked away like how Esau would have some secret knowledge locked away. All of the videos are on the internet, what we're teaching on the internet, but why the other person can't get it. It's not like you can just watch all the videos at GMS and say, okay, now I have the knowledge and I'm wise as the prophets. You know what I mean? You still can't get it. You know what I mean? Because the Spirit is something that keep moving. You know what I mean? That's why we have to be constantly doing videos. You know what I mean? And whatever we learn, you know what I mean? And things keep revealing over time. You know what I mean? It's something moving. You know what I mean? And the most I have to be dealing with you directly for you to understand all these mysteries.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
I got
Open the door.
right. I got a
Lord,
precept.
thoughts in your mind.
I got a precept. Jeremiah 1:10. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms to root out and to pull down and to destroy. So like, I jumped too far. I'm sorry. Jeremiah 1:5.
I'm about to get that. You jumped too far there.
Yeah, my
I
bad.
was trying to.
My bad.
That's Spirit, boy. I was about to get that. You correct yourself. Bro.
Jeremiah 1:5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
Yeah, so the Lord knew who you was in the past lives and in the spiritual realm. Before he formed you, before he put that spirit in your mother, he knew you. He knew you already, all right? So you was ordained to be what you was at the time of your birth.
Can I get something? Jump back real quick to Jeremiah.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna get something. I'm gonna jump right back to Jeremiah. This is Isaiah 49:1. Listen, O isles, unto me, and hearken, ye people from far. The Lord hath called me from the womb.
From the womb you was chosen. You were chosen before the deeds was even done. All right? So the Lord choosing who he wants to destroy and who he wants to save. Is the Lord is in control of these things, man.
Yeah, you a prophet. Actually, that's a lesson I did on the way here, brother. Once a prophet, always a prophet.
Spirit of prophets is subject to the prophet.
That's it.
Back you with that right there.
All right?
Done. Gotcha. It says, listen, O isles, unto me, and hearken, ye people from far. The Lord hath called me from the womb, from the bowels of my mother hath he made mention of my name.
That's right. So he was already ordained. That spirit was put. All right.
Jump back in Jeremiah now. Jeremiah 1:5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
So the elect was already chosen before birth, man.
I guess it was free will act. I guess you come out and have
That's
your
that
own
free
free
will.
will.
That's what them niggas
You know
are
what I
saying.
mean?
In Mississippi, we got free will.
Yeah, you can.
That's chaotic. That ain't even no structure.
Yo, bro,
man.
if there was free will, then prophecy could be upsetted, right? Because that's the cut right there. Like, if you could do what you want to do, then Esau could say, look, I'm not going to, fuck it, then I'm not going to try to do what I was told to, you know what I mean? So,
Exactly.
I got a precept.
how could the word prophecy, say before it happen if people have the choice to do
Choice to do.
other than what you tell them to do?
How can the Most High be the Most High then if free will exists, man? It don't make no sense.
It doesn't, bro.
I got a precept. I got a real quick.
It's fucked up in the world. In the world, we was in the world, we probably believed in free will. Like,
Yeah.
that shows how blind we were,
cousin
right?
was telling me that the other day.
Feel ashamed, right? You like, yo,
Yeah.
damn, all the idiots, you know? I'm sorry,
Precept right
brother.
here.
You got it.
This is the book of Galatians chapter 1 verse 15. But when it pleased the Most High Yahweh, who separated me from my mother's womb,
Right.
and called me by his grace to reveal his son in me, that I might preach him among the heathen, immediately I conferred not with flesh and blood, neither went I up to Jerusalem to them which were apostles before me, but I went into Arabia and returned again unto Damascus.
So he was chosen before he was born.
To
All right.
teach the word of the Most High.
That's right.
See, that's going back to Jeremiah. And see, the Most High put the Spirit on Jeremiah to teach. And not only Jeremiah, but Ezekiel, Isaiah, Obadiah, Joel. See, Esau called them the major prophets and the minor prophets, but they're all prophets, man. They had some books was one, like Obadiah, but it was a major breakdown on the destruction of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and his position in the latter times of him coming out of his rulership, Obadiah 1 and 18. When you go Ezekiel, slacking real quick, Ezekiel talk about how the Lord is going to separate out continuing employment. That employment goes to the first fruits of slaves. You got the first fruits that's going to ruin the kingdom of the Most High Yahweh, being joint heirs with Yahweh Shah. You got the first fruits of slaves, talking about the international bankers. So to Ezekiel 39 and 14. Then you have the Most High punishing the host of the high ones that are on high, pursuant to Isaiah chapter 24, verse 19 on down, man. Who's the host of the high ones? The international bankers, starting with the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts, the Rothschilds. I'm saying the Rockefellers, who are actually Rothschilds, you know? They just changed their names to Rockefeller. That's these devils do. They change their names to fit their criteria, what they're trying to do, their ulterior motive, to hide themselves. Yeah, bro.
This is John chapter 15, verse 16. It says, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you.
You don't choose the Most High, the Lord choose you. You got these people in the churches. I gave my life to God. No, you didn't. You didn't give nothing.
I found Jesus.
You didn't find nothing.
I found
I
Jesus.
just could pay some money, go to seminary school.
Right.
And the spirit just come down on you.
Your days was determined before that spirit was put in that carnal body. You was given instructions in the spiritual realm. The Lord was like, yo, all right, you're gonna live this amount of years when you go down. It's not gonna be any remembrance of what I'm talking to you right now, but you're gonna die at this time, this moment, this way. You know what I mean? At those stages of events. And then when that spirit is put in that body,
That new body.
there's no remembrance of what took place.
There's no
until
remembrance of former things.
until that person dies and go back up into the spiritual realm. Then the whole format.
It says, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you,
Yeah.
and
The Lord has chosen you and ordained you.
and ordained you
Uh-huh.
that ye should go and bring forth fruit, that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it.
That's
to
right.
you.
So you ask Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right? You ask what through Yahweh Shai, the Most High will grant certain things, all right, to you. And you're supposed to go out and gather fruit. Like-minded men and preach this word, all right?
Got something out to you.
All right, so this is Ephesians 1 verse 3. Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Yahweh Shai, who hath blessed us with all spiritual blessing in heavenly places.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai bless us with spiritual blessings. This knowledge of wisdom and understanding is true wealth. It's nothing. People search their whole life trying to find out the meaning of life, how everything came about, and the Lord gave it to us, man. And Lord willing, we keep it.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, man. You know, a lot of people don't get these answers, man, that they looking for. Got these scientists, these physicists, they trying to find out the meaning of this and that, how this exists, what round this is, and
They still trying to go to the moon.
yeah, man, they thinking, and now you look at it like, yo, that's some primitive ass thinking. Lord willing, we done let the Lord go reveal these things. All right, you remember how this was constructed, how to go to this realm, how your thoughts control the chariots and things like that.
How's it hurt just standing on nothing?
Yeah,
Just staying, just levitating in
you know, he
space.
call this gravity, but this is what this is.
See, that was a
You know what I
major-
mean?
That was a major deception that was in the 60s. This just trying to combat the Sputnik
Space race.
space race of trying to outdo the Russians. So they created NASA. NASA is a conglomerate of scientists that came from Germany after World War II. Werner von Braun, Jack Parsons, Albert Einstein. You see, they separated. It's called Project Paperclip. Some German scientists went to Great Britain. Some German scientists went to the United States. Some German scientists fled and went to
Argentina.
Argentina, you know what I'm saying? So Hitler was one of those fucking people that went to Argentina. He didn't die like how they said he died. He went to Argentina. He died an old man, man. See? So you gotta understand something, man. That that these scientists that created the atom bomb and all that, they came over here and they might lost my train of thought.
Yeah, we gotta try to stay the course.
Huh?
Try to stay on point. Like the
I kind of lost my train of thought. I was going into how they deceived. Oh yeah, I got it back. They deceived the people to believe that in 1969 they went to the moon, which is all staged.
Yeah.
It was bullshit. They never went to the moon. First and foremost, you can't get around the Van Allen belt. You know what I'm saying? That's there because it's like it's radiation. You'll
Yep.
burn to death, man.
And the moon is light. It has a brighter light and a dimmer light. Even the dark side, that's a light. All
hot,
right,
bro.
Huh?
It's hot. They have probes.
Yeah.
They have probes out there on the moon, and they'll tell you that when the moon is because there's no ozone layer.
Yeah.
So when the moon hits with sunlight, it's like 250 degrees, and then at nighttime it drops to like negative 189. So how the fuck they got on there with 60s technology?
Yeah.
First shot, by the way.
And
First
it's
try,
a-
bro.
Time.
You just, yo, bro, you can't fucking land a trick on a skateboard first try. But they went to the moon the first try. Nobody died. Like,
So why they never went back? Why they never went back?
why this? Or why this? Why only America was the only nation to send men to the moon? Why no other nation was it?
That's all a fucking farce. It's all a lie. Why they never went back?
Yeah, let me bring this up. Go ahead.
Alright. According, verse 4, according as he hath chosen us in him before the foundations of the world.
Damn.
Before the foundations of the world. So the elect was chosen. The elect was with Yahweh Shai constructing the multiverses, if you want to call it that. The
You call it that?
galaxies, huh?
You call it that?
Yeah.
Multiverse,
All right.
dimensions,
Yeah.
other universes.
And that's another reason Esau hates us, man. How they chosen? How they the chosen people?
Tears.
We always say in another dimension, America's already destroyed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah. And you know, I remember Apostle Ricard said that some years back.
Yeah,
It
fourth
was like,
dimension.
yo, really, this shit done been destroyed on a certain scale, certain dimensions. You know?
The visions that they show is actually taking place. You know what I mean? It's very layered, man. Sometimes you think how the Most High, yo, bro, you start watching videos on time and space, yo, really like, oh shit, yo, this shit is some deep shit, man.
Deep, bro.
And
Deep
then you
stuff.
understand the Most High, He stands outside of time. The Lord is outside of time.
And that even that your mind limited
That's crazy,
to a
right?
certain level.
The Lord standing outside of time.
mysteries.
You know what you could do too? Try to look up a fourth dimensional object. They have it on YouTube, and you're looking at it, but your brain cannot comprehend it. And the way they explain it is, a 2D individual cannot comprehend something in 3D. They literally can't see it. Like a sphere would not look like a sphere to a two-dimensional being. And they're telling you what this fourth dimensional thing is, because basically it's moving through another dimension, and your brain is just like, look it on YouTube. Type in fourth dimensional object and see how it moves. Your brain can't really like, what the fuck am I? You can't really grasp it.
What am I looking?
Yeah, you're trying to make sense and you can't, bro. You know you're looking at a fourth dimensional thing, you can't really grasp it. This is Proverbs 16. You finish up? Going back to the free will thing. Proverbs 16:1. The preparations of the heart in man, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord.
That's right. The Lord gives you your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and your marching orders.
I like
what you
that.
do
yeah.
throughout your whole life, man. You know what I mean? Here on a molecular level, the Lord made it where your body is steady coding new strands of hair follicles, new skin. All right.
Yo,
Do this and do that. You're not in control of that. Same way you're not in control of that. You're not in control of your thoughts.
Gun. Yo, bro, there's like videos. I remember Elder Thun showed it. Yo, the human body is like, inside it is like its own universe in itself. Like these like it look like really like highways and shit, and you see things being built like they. Yeah. He broke it down like on a microscopic level, and you see cells doing shit like they out like live like y'all we not working and shit like they doing the same shit, bro, inside the body. So there's like, that's why the Lord said,
The DNA
things
coded
seen-
like a zipper, yo.
things seen and things not seen, because the microverse was the quantum realm. That's a whole nother fucking level. Like we literally can't see it, but the Lord could see that, and He's governing that too. So the damn near to the microscopic universe, to our world, to the fucking universe out there, the Lord sees it all. So that's why He's omnipresent, omnipotent, and the Most High is on another level. Now I'm gonna jump down to verse 9. It says, Proverbs 16:9, a man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua directed his steps.
Yeah, it's just his thoughts and his steps. All that the Lord is in control of it.
That made me
Free
think
will
of times
don't
when I fuck up, when I go off or have you know, sin and shit. I'm not like, yo, I'm gonna go sin today. But you know, it's like, damn, like fuck, I fucked up. But I know the Lord programmed me to go off, and then you know He's programmed me to pray. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like, because every man wants to be perfect, right? None of us want to sin in any way. But you like, damn, man, fuck, I fucked up. But the Lord made me, I really have no choice in this way. The only thing I could do is just pray, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, you know, make me better, and just have mercy, really. That's it, just mercy. You're never gonna be perfect, bro.
This is Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24, and it says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way?
You don't understand your own ways. It's of the Lord. Your whole life of what you was going to do on a day-to-day basis is programmed before your spirit was put in this body, yo. Or what you going to do in this lifetime. You know what I mean? So, man.
This is Proverbs 19:21. There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord shall stand.
The counsel of the Lord stands. No matter who mortal thoughts. Opinions of mortal men and what they think it is obsolete.
That made me think about the Book of Kings when the Lord had that counsel against Ahab.
Oh, all right.
That lion spirit
Yeah.
jumped on Ahab.
Yeah.
Ahab, no matter what the fuck he was gonna do, Micah told him, look, this is how it's going to get played out, because as the Lord said it's going to get played out this way, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
He literally told him, look, these guys, there's a lying spirit from the Lord that's in the mouth of your prophets, and they told you to go up, they're going to deceive you, and the nigga still did it. So whatever counsel the Lord has, that's what stands, and there's no way to intervene with that. Hence, there is no free will, man. There's no thinking in your own. There's, damn, you know, this is my choice. That's all fucking Satanism.
Precept.
That do as thou will shit.
Yeah. This is James chapter 4, verse 14. It says, whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow,
Yeah, you don't know what's gonna be tomorrow, so we can't bullshit. I'm gonna do this and do that. We always gotta catch ourselves and say, Lord will.
Of course.
Lord will, Lord will. Even if we speak to someone in the world, yo, Lord will. I can
Word.
make it there at that time.
Yeah, God
You know
willing.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Lord will.
Yeah.
Yo, Lord will, man. I tell people, my aunt asks me certain things, I say, Lord will. I could be there, man. I say, Lord will. I don't know what the next minute gonna bring. Huh?
It's true.
it says, whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow, for what is your life?
What is your life? You don't know what's gonna be tomorrow. What is your life?
It says, it is even a vapor that appeared for a little
It's a
time.
vapor. You know, your spirit is a fire. And there's a vapor, it dissipates quick.
Yeah, like when it's cold, you go like, your
Yeah.
breath go and it just goes away.
Yeah, that's how life is, man. So many times I done seen somebody, y'all just speaking to him.
Oh, that nigga's dead.
You know what I mean?
It is even a vapor that appeared for a little time and then vanished away.
And it's true, because our days been shortened. Man used to could live a full day 1,000 years, not anymore.
Close to it.
Yeah.
It says, for that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, ye shall live
Lord will.
and do this or that.
Methuselah was
996,
All right.
I believe.
So
Oh
look,
no, 969.
Yeah. So our life is but a vapor. We gotta get on the last part.
It says, for that ye ought to say, if the Lord will,
If the Lord wills it.
it says, if the Lord will, ye shall live and do this or that.
If the Lord's will. If the Lord will it. All right.
I got you. Real quick.
And that true fear.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing that, listen, we have a higher power and he directs all things, you know what I mean? And that helps alleviate even the pride, which is upon a lot of our people now. You know what I mean? Because them think them can do this or them can make this happen. If you listen to enough of the proud, even some of the rappers, them tell, hey, I made this amount of money, I built this, I did that.
I'm self-made. You're not self-made.
Exactly.
You're not self-made. You're not self-made. The only one that's self-made is Yahweh.
They don't take that same credit when they go broke.
Yeah.
that's when it was saying. I got something real quick to back you up. Lamentations.
I got something after that too.
Lamentations 3:37. Who is he that saith, and it cometh to pass when the Lord commanded it not?
Yeah, so no one could do anything if the Lord didn't command it to happen. Like a comedian said this one time. You have all these females that be like, when they son so-called make it to the NBA or become a Harvard grad, yeah, I did this. She take all the credit. Well, she'll take credit for the gangbang in the hood.
I said that shit last week.
Oh, they'll take credit for the gangbang, right? They'll take credit for the bad.
Yeah, when
All
he's
the good.
when he's an athlete, you know, yeah, the mama brought him this, but when he go to jail, the father was never there. He left me with this nigga. Right. Because women don't take accountability.
But she's the product of raising that nigga. That emotional, wicked ass nigga that went out there. See, emotions is dangerous. And the apostles always taught us that. Emotions are very dangerous. Because when you deal with your emotions, you're not thinking logically. You just you feel by emotions, and you do something stupid, and now you sitting in the jail cell, or if you lucky, you sit in the jail cell, or you may get put to death. Now you in the grave. The grave and the jail cells are, like the apostle said, the grave and the jail cells are full of emotional non-thinking niggas, man.
You remember recently in Brooklyn that guy got put to death because the music was too loud? Now logically, somebody's complaining about the music, just turn it down. It's simple, but it got into a heated debate, it escalated, and 3 lives were lost just because somebody didn't turn the music down. Real quick, brother, very similar to that Dave Chappelle shit. This is when keeping it real went real fucking wrong, man. Well, keeping it real, he should have just kept it logical. The music's too loud, no problem, brother, turn it down, that's that.
They showed in the video the woman was beefing with the dude at the staircase first. Then the husband came out. Watch the video. I think that woman was the cause of that shit happening. His wife. Because she was beefing, then he came out. Watch the video, he came out.
I saw it.
And then she was beefing with the dude at the staircase, standing there. And she beefing with him, and they beefing going back. Then he came out with some scissors to try to defend this woman, and guess what happened? She tried to call the violence. She saw it was getting heated. She tried to call the violence and pull him back. He jerked away from her. The nigga pulled out a fucking gun with an infrared beam on there, blue beam on it.
Green, it was green.
It was green or whatever
Yeah,
it was,
green
green or
beam on
blue.
there.
They started gunning her. She lost her son and her husband.
Yo, that nigga took the
Because she
elevator
was-
down the stairs.
And then he
Yeah.
had so much
He's like,
demons on
fuck,
him.
finally, quiet.
He had so much demons on him that he went to the door, then the woman ran in the house, shut the door. Her husband was trying to crawl into the house. Check it out. Her husband was trying to crawl into the house. She shut the door behind him, left him out there in the street. And the nigga shot him, boom. Then he had so much demons on him, he waited for the elevator. And then he left. And then I heard a couple of days later, police killed him. You know?
That woman should have gotten into you. It's a pity.
Yeah, so speech, man. The deal with people, you know what I mean?
Bring that up.
Proverbs chapter 15, verse 1. It says, a soft answer turneth away wrath.
Yeah, it does. I remember getting an argument with my cousin because it was something he sent me to the store with. I told him I was coming back, but he was like, yo, what you doing? Where my money at? I said, yo, man, I don't need your money. I said, yo, I don't need your money. I'm going to the store. Yeah, I didn't say I was coming straight back. He was like, I love you, man. And then I just was like, yo, I just like this motherfucker. You know, in my mind, I'm like, he's like, yo, you know what I mean? It was true. He seen that, he realized he messed up, but then he just de-escalated the situation to me getting mad, you know what I mean? But yeah.
And that's a man, because the scripture say, he that can rule at his spirit,
Very, yeah.
mightier than a man that taketh a city.
Yeah.
I mean, so a lot of times we have to rule, control the emotions.
Control your tongue, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially these days.
That's the same time when I got pulled over by police, a soft answer turned away wrath. Right? You know, my daughter's in the military, and then the people in the military tell their military personnel when you get pulled over, regardless if you got tents or not, turn on the lights in your car so they can see inside the car and put your hands on the steering wheel. So that's what I did. And then I was with some part of so he was like, no, you know, I just ran your plates and I want to see you have the title to this car. I said, of course I have the title to this car, but I don't have it on me. I have it in my house, but I have my license, my registration. The car belonged to me. So he saw the car was in my name. The dude let me go. I didn't beat me up. Why you pulling me over, nigga? Oh, I fucked up. What I do wrong? No, I complied to everything he said, and he lowered his guards because first and foremost, I put the lights on in my car. I put my hands on the steering wheel. So he saw that I was not a threat, and he lowered his, you know what I mean? His machismo, and then once I see that he was calm and relaxed, I'm calm and relaxed. That soft answer that I gave him turned away his wrath away.
I witnessed that shit. Yep. You gotta finish that, and I'm gonna add on to what you said.
All right, this is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 1. A soft answer turneth away wrath,
Yep.
but grievous words stir up anger.
So you're turning away wrath, man. You see what I mean? Yeah, the situations that happen to me like that, where growing up, I'm getting into disputes or fights with kids my age, and they pops come on the scene. I'm like, yo, I didn't start with your son. I held my ground, but I wasn't disrespectful. I'm like, look, we had a dispute. It's just me and him. You know what I mean? And he came at me, and then I wound up being cool with his pops. Pops wound up telling some dudes I used to rob people, whatever. Yo, that's my son. He basically calling him. He's like, yo, nothing happens to him. You know what I mean? Just because of that, because I was respectful, took me away. I'm sorry.
Got something for you.
Yeah.
This is Proverbs 25:15. By long forbearing is a prince persuaded, and a soft tongue breaketh the bone.
Yeah, a sore tongue, breaking the bone, like having respect and mannerisms and things like that, and choosing your words wisely, because this could save you from a death or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like one time, I keep blabbering. My grandfather, he had to use the bathroom. I'm like, yo, this is a high crime area, and he couldn't hold it. He went to a tree. Police came out of nowhere. Blah, 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 blah. He was like, I'm sorry, officer. These people around from Florida, these people around, they won't let me use they bathroom, and I got a weak bladder. She said, I'm sorry. She said, because my grandfather named Joseph. She said, I'm sorry, Joseph. I had the same thing. I had the same problem with my father. She's like, you have a good day. No ticket, no nothing. Right. You know what I mean?
It says, yeah, and it says by long forbearing is a prince persuaded. Same thing when we say you got to keep asking the Most High, asking him for whatever you need in the spirit. Keep nagging him almost, all right? And eventually you can persuade him to bless you with whatever you need, wisdom, faith, what have you, right? And it says a soft tongue breaketh the bone. Now, bone is hard, man, right? So a man's mind could be hard bent on something, all right? Like hard bent on killing your ass, hard bent on fucking you up, hard bent on lashing out, until you speak to him softly. Well, no, listen, brother, it was a misunderstanding and shit. Then he starts to slowly calm down. Next thing you know, y'all can leave the conversation dapping each other up. You know what I mean? So very important that you use that wisdom. Yeah.
That's why it's wisdom is the principal thing. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 1, wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all that get understanding. You gotta get understanding. Is that Proverbs?
I think it's Proverbs 4:7.
4:7, yes, slack it.
I can check right now.
Because wisdom is the principal thing in life, man.
Yeah, I got it. Proverbs 4:7. Wisdom is a principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding.
Wisdom and understanding is a principal thing. Those are the principal things. The scriptures, wisdom, knowledge, understanding of scriptures, that's the principle, that's the highest of priorities. That's the highest of the priorities. All right? And then everything else will fall in place. Mm-hmm. Or you could deal with certain situations in your life when you have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Or the Lord will have you more adaptable to what situation you're in.
Yeah, that is very telling. How a person, like in a truth, carry themselves, the thing that they teach, like how long they've been in, because you'll have wisdom and experience. Like the guy that was trying to justify going to a shooting range, the dude that looked like a Palestinian dude, whatever. Whether he's sincere or not, you could tell that's not wisdom, right? And you could say, okay, well, that man lacks experience, because if he had the wisdom, you could see the foresight to say, wait a minute, this could be used against me. If I have a firearm, why does the world got to know that? You know what I'm saying? So you be thinking a lot more differently, all right? Really scripturally, okay, on things, you know?
And then broadcasting, it's like the broadcasting of social media to hurt this truth. And you calling on the name of Yahweh Bashim, you can be an angel or you can be sincere. But you calling on the name of Yahweh Bashim, you claim to be an Israelite, but you going to the gun range, you got a turban on that the Muslim brother has, and you got the Muslim brotherhood sign. So it's a lot of things that make you look like you a creep, make you look like you a goddamn agent, man.
Yeah.
You know?
You said? This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 11. A fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keepeth it in till the afterwards.
That's right. A fool uttereth all his mind with foolishness. But a wise man, and he's strategic, he's calm, he assesses all the situation. You know, he knows how to stand back and not be ruled by his emotions. You know what I mean? And hold it in. All right? And you know, you start to think about when you was in the world and in this truth, and certain lessons you learned when you was in school, how to teach it. some people used to fuck with me and I would react real quick, and she's like, yo, I know you didn't start this, but I want you to be the bigger person. You could let that go, especially if the person didn't put their hands on you. You know what I mean? And I would be the one that get punished just from reacting to the troublemakers. You know, but it made sense what she was saying.
That scripture right there tells you you're not supposed to say everything you're thinking.
Yeah.
Not supposed to say everything you're thinking.
Yeah, you know they got people out there, you know, I say what's on my mind, I say what's on my mind. That ain't it, bro. Once people start saying that shit, I don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Feminine spirit.
Yeah, that's a feminine spirit. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta keep what you have in your mind to yourself, man.
Right. And that also going in, we was talking about the gun range and all of that, man. It's in the same step, man. All right, man. All right, you want to go to the gun range on your private time, man? All right, you do that.
For sport, but
Yeah.
the world don't gotta know.
Exactly.
The world don't gotta know. Some people like to shoot and do this for fun and guns and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, I used to like certain guns. I like certain guns and things like that. But that ain't like for the world to know.
I got a precept for you out. Proverbs 12:23. A prudent man concealeth knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaimeth foolishness.
Yeah, they can't, like Jay Prince used to say, campaigning and stuff like that. Yeah, they want to promote and be all loud and utter all their mind. They want to represent, be loud, man. No one, you know, like women do that shit, man. It's not attractive. That shit cause trouble.
But then the scriptures say, like, even a fool seemeth wise.
When he keeps his mouth shut, you know what I mean?
I was trying to find that real
There's
quick.
Proverbs and the Psalms somewhere. I just
Even the fool was kind of wise when he holds his peace and keep his mouth shut. You know, because that's basically, you know. Hey man,
Female in my building said that some years back. I was walking through minding my business. She was like, people be thinking they all that. Now, immediately, I just kept going because if
You
I
got it?
would've reacted, that gets me in the beef. Unnecessary.
I got it.
There's a quote. They said a wise man once said nothing.
Right.
I love that.
Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shah was not saying anything when he was being persecuted.
Yeah.
He kept his mouth shut.
You know what happens when these women put you in trouble? No matter what, you lose. I react and I get whoever she get, I'm told on. Or they get me, I'm hurt. Or I'm in jail. Or I lose my credit. I'm looking at all scenarios, I become the loser in all of them. I'm sorry.
Even your lawyer, if you get jammed up by the cops, that's the first thing they say, don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is Proverbs chapter 17, verse 27. Start 27. It says, he that had knowledge spared his words.
Yeah, the person that got knowledge, he gonna spare their words, man.
It says, and a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit.
A man of understanding, excellent spirit, man. They already know what it is, man. You know, some people, oh, you look weak because you ain't say nothing back. Oh, you're a coward. Nah, man. If it's just words or whatever, it ain't no immediate threat. You could just distance yourself and just keep it moving.
It says, even a fool, when holding his peace, is counted as wise.
Yup, it's true. You know?
It says, and he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding.
Yeah. This female, this Edomite chick was on a train, like saying, well, why you look at me? I didn't say shit, I didn't respond. It made it look like she talking to herself and she's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? It made it look like she was fucking stupid. People looking like, what's she talking about? You know? You know?
A wise man is always said, a wise man, a silent man is a dangerous man. A man that keeps his mouth shut, he's kind of as being wise. If you got a fool that's blabbing off, or blah, 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 he's doing that as a fool. Nobody take him seriously.
Remember the Players Club, that movie? The dude was talking shit. Ice Cube man was talking shit to the bouncer, popping shit like, yeah, you bitch ass nigga. And the dude was just being quiet like this. As soon as Ice Cube man walked, he just hit him like, he took his hand and just punched him in the back of his neck and just dropped.
Rakatha.
I'm sorry.
No, this brother sneezed.
What's that?
I got something, bro. This is Proverbs 25:11. It says, "A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in pitchers of silver."
Words fitly spoken. What was it? It was the prophet Samuel was talking to King David when he chose his words wisely. When he told him what he did with
No, that was not Samuel. That was the prophet Nathan the prophet. Nathan the prophet that told David what he did with Bathsheba, and he chose his words wisely because the king is not above the prophet. The king can put the king is like the prophet is the most highest man, but the king is the king.
Yeah.
The king can order that prophet to get put to death. Look what Ahab did. You know what I'm saying? To Elisha, he's trying to get him put to death. So he chose his words wisely, and what he did was he told King David the parable. King David got pissed. He was like, "Yo, that message can put to death." He said, "Yo, down out the man." He was like, "Oh shit." Then as he broke down what the most I told him to break down. I gave you everything. You wanted more, I could have gave you more. You wanted more woman, I gave you more. Why'd you do that to this man? You take this man's wife, which is an act of adultery, which is murder and an act of adultery. But the sure mercies of David, the Most High had mercy on David, and then put him to death. But the Most High put hell upon David, man. He got put to shame openly because his son was sleeping with his concubines. His son tried to overthrow him, which is Absalom. He had continual wars, you know. He was shaped because he was put to flight by his son, him and his men. So he was shaped in the spirit. So the Most High put him through hell, man. That's because what he did to Uriah the Hittite, which was the Israelite, and sleeping with his woman, which was Bathsheba, which became his wife, which was Solomon's mother. See? So the Most High had mercy on David. But guess what? Just because the Most High had mercy on David, don't be out there trying to commit adultery because the Most High will fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yo, that same scripture, Proverbs 25:11, this is in the NET. It says, "Like apples of gold in settings of silver, so is a word skillfully spoken."
Yeah, so your words gotta be chosen wisely, because it could mean you getting caught up in a situation or either put to death.
Yeah, a lot of times too, you realize you're better off not even saying shit sometimes because you go home, you're like, fuck, why did I say that? In one particular situation, damn, I was better off just not saying nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Simple of a tongue, yeah.
So
The tongue is very dangerous.
Yeah.
This tongue got many people killed and many people fucked up and get the shit beat out of them. This tongue, you know? Because people say things out of anger, and then when that anger subsides, I shouldn't have said that shit. Damn, like you said, I shouldn't have said that. But it's too late now. Yeah, but
This is Matthew 5:25. It says, "Agree with thine adversary quickly, while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast in prison."
Yeah, so that's what you got. Yeah.
that's good with these police too.
Yeah.
The police is the adversary set up by the Most High for people that's doing wrong.
Yeah.
But if your works is pleasing the Most High, you ain't got to worry about that adversary because the Most High is going to make even your enemies to be at peace with you if you please it.
Yeah, like this. I remember police locked me up in my crib one time. I cooperated, meaning I didn't give them a hard time. That's what I mean by cooperating, man. I didn't buck up like, yo, this is my crib. I just was like, they put your hand behind my back. I did. All I just asked them, I said, y'all gonna remove me from my own apartment? That's all I said. But I agree with them, and now there's not no resisting arrest charge or nothing. So everything else, the spirit charges drop. You know what I mean?
Because once you start getting riled up, you're gonna rile these fucking these Edomites up. You know what I'm saying? And even if they jakes, you rile anybody up. You see these jakes, these police officers, whether they jake or they Edomites, they're already on edge because their life is in danger. Yeah. Every time they put that uniform on and get in that squad car or that unmarked car, their life is in danger. Because they dealing with men out there that's hardcore criminals. that's gangbangers. I mean, they got bodies. They got bodies, and they ain't worried, and they ain't hesitant to body a police officer.
Yeah.
So when you dealing with these police officers, they're already at tense. They're already tense.
Yeah.
So a soft answer turneth away wrath, man. So when you dealing with them softly and you speaking to them softly, you not coming at them harshly with words, it's going to crown their spirit, but they're going to be like, all right, this guy's not a threat. You know? But when you start talking shit and bucking up and thinking you got rights, then they're going to beat the shit out you and may turn sour. You may get put to death, or you're going to get lumped up, and you're going to get locked up, and you're going to get a charge called resisting arrest.
Even on the way to the tombs, even in there, I'm like, yo, I'm just governing my home. You know what I mean? That's it. You know, I'm just governing my home because anything go wrong, I could be charged for things. You know what I mean? I'm saying I'm just governing my home. That's it. But I ain't curse them out or anything. That's why I didn't get. That's why all that shit got dropped. But it's the Lord, you know.
Everything is to the Lord.
We should be on a higher level, you know what I mean? Because if you check when all Jake be killing Jake and all of that, you know what I mean? It's only certain animals, you know what I mean? That those actions are animals who can't reason, you know what I mean? So we as men of the spirit are supposed to be able to reason, you know what I mean? And even looking at certain actions based on how the Jake, a regular Jake would react, you know what I mean? We know that, listen, that's not right. And if we react in that same manner, it's like we're putting ourselves like on their level. You know what I mean? We're supposed to be on a higher level, seeing, looking at even them with even pity. You know what I mean? Based on how them even react to certain situations.
Or you could know, you know a brother is sincere, and you know he's not in his right state. That's not him.
Right.
And you gotta be able to. So now you gotta think for that brother like he's not himself.
Right.
Forgive that brother. Know that that's not him.
Right.
These things, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's what, and we learn all of this through it's ultimately through the Lord, but through the chain of command, our apostles, our bishops, and all of that.
Right.
You get.
Shit in my car.
I ain't gonna lie, with this shit, help
I do have a wire in my car.
help
Want me to get it?
me move through the world, man. I think differently, like, yo,
We still gotta be
you know how pride.
Yeah, which is very low.
This is James chapter 1, verse 19. It says, wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath.
That's right.
So to speak, so to rap. Or you might be fueled. Or you might be fueled or something. You can just take a walk. The old school thing. When you walk, you can get a clear mind. Like, yo, then you need to curse yourself out too, or be like, or send a prayers, or rebuke yourself, rebuke Satan. You know what I mean? And then you think like, you know what I mean? And you think, and you cool off, like, you know, before, you know, things like that. You get what I'm saying? And I just learned these things of being around the Akim and reading that, because it ain't me. You know what I mean? I learned a lot.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta be measured when we out here, man.
Yeah.
You can't just, you know, say the first thing on your mind. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah, because the brother, Sabwai was telling me like with the Hamites, yo, they real disrespectful.
Right.
Like, yo, they'll just walk damn near like they bump into you and not move out the way. I'm telling one of them, I'm like, yo, excuse me. I'm saying, excuse me. To leave, I ain't even saying move.
Right.
He just ignored me, and this man moved him out the way. I was talking to Sabwai, I said, yo, I really wanted to just mush the shit out that nigga on the floor. But I didn't do it. That was the thoughts in my mind. I was like, yo, I had the demons on me. I was like, yo, you saw that movie Fences?
Well, that's not having demons on you, bro. That's like the right because you a man. He a man.
Yeah.
He disrespected you.
You know, guy had the Napoleon complex because he a tall dude. I'm like, yo, I just wanted to mush him in his head like Giselle did, just mush the
Push
shit
him to
out
the
of
floor,
him.
right?
Yeah, the worldly thing. I would in the world. I would have just mushed him and popped off on his mans. But I was young and stupid. But I wouldn't do no shit like that now.
I mean, like I said, hey,
I was young and an idiot.
having a
Now,
carnal
I'll say
spirit.
I was
having the carnal spirit is enmity with the Most High. So, hey, man, right now, man, right now we're in the time of being circumspect. We're in a time of watching everything was going around our circumference, man, and just watching these prophecies come to pass. And that's what's happening.
This is Proverbs chapter 25, verse 28. It says, "He that had no rule over his spirit is like a city. It's like a city that is broken down and without walls."
Like a city without defenses. You don't got no rule over your spirit, man. You're emotional, and a person can use that to your advantage. Because they can rile you up on the littlest thing and get you acting erratic to get you caught up into some shit.
That's how a lot of people they lose their jobs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people lose their jobs out of the manager already know what. We don't want him here. What we gonna do? We gonna rile him out and then you out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Also, a lot of women now to push men's buttons. So what they do is they start pushing certain buttons. They know that's going to grab you up. You know what I'm saying? To get you to probably go upside their head. Then you know what? They call the police and get you locked up. Or if you don't go upside their head and they's that vindictive, I've seen women. My own cousin did this. She took an orange, put it in the sock, and started punching herself in the face with the sock, with the orange. Swallowed that shit up and said her boyfriend did it. And got him locked up.
Yeah, they do shit like that.
She put a fucking orange in a sock and started pop in her face. Swallowed her shit up. Swallowed her shit up, but then called the police saying he did it to her. He was nowhere around. They looking for him and shit, and he get locked up for assault for domestic violence. And then later on, what she did was, she felt sorry when she calmed down from being upset, she went to the court and said he didn't did it. She said that she ain't pressing charges on him. Immediately, he stood with her. Immediately after that shit, I'd have got out. I'd have played it cool. I'd have got out. She was living with him. When she went to work, I would have packed her shit up. When she came home, I should be at the door. Listen, you gotta go. I can't deal with you. You dangerous. I'm done. I'm done with you.
I don't trust a woman like that after that. You see what I mean?
How can you do that? How can you trust a woman like that? She put a fucking orange in a sock and started beating herself in the face. Swelled her face up, I'm saying, gave her a little miniature little eye jammy.
Now how do you
She called the cops,
how
he
do
beat
you like, you know, I'm not talking about knowing the truth, but how do a person beat a charge like that? It's hearsay to that point. Like, yo, how do you...
It's not hearsay, it's proof.
not,
Her shit is fucking lumped up.
Yeah.
But she did it herself.
Yeah.
But what she did was, what got him out of the jam, she went to the courts, because she calmed down and realized what she did was fucked up. You know, she went to the courts and realized, and then said that, you know, I'm not pressing charges on her. But he stood with her. You know, I would have, yo, listen, you very dangerous. I'm gone. I'm out.
You out of here.
This is Sirach chapter 9, verse 13. It says, "Keep thee far away from the man that had the power to kill."
Yeah. So you gotta know, you gotta use your words right, and you gotta watch out, because Esau, he got authority, man. He could jam you up.
Not only Esau, but a
Two
guy,
dirty niggas.
a fool.
Yeah.
A fool, because the scriptures tell you life and death is in the power of the tongue.
That's right.
Yeah.
So in that same Ecclesiasticus, it talks about being around a guy like that that's quick to pop shit off and you'll get rowdy, and that motherfucker could put your life in jeopardy too.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there's a lot of things, man, of people who read the scriptures, they won't be caught up in certain situations, because you got violent men that's not irrational, but they'll wait for you to cross the line and then catch your ass. You know what I mean? You got older ones that like that. You know, you done been on all walks of life. Well, you will never know that this person is violent and did all these crimes. You know what I mean? Until you ended up on his wrong side. You know? But that's not to get caught in situations like that, is when you being circumspect. Where you treat every individual as if he's dangerous.
Yo,
and you don't know what he's capable of doing.
Real quick, I got you on the scripture. Sonny Francis, he told his son Michael Francis. Now, Sonny Francis is a mobster guy that lived to like over 100 and something years old. So he knows, not only, okay, you could say he's have a life of crime, but he has life experience, period. And he said if you want to survive prison, use these 3 phrases. Please, excuse me, and thank you.
Yes.
That shit, those 3 phrases, man.
Even in the streets. Not
That's
only
what I'm
in
saying.
prison,
No,
even
in
the
life,
streets.
brother. In life. Please, excuse me, and thank you.
And thank you.
So-
You're right, bro. That
Go ahead,
goes
Pronto.
well, bro.
It says, Sirach 9 and 13, keep thee far from the man that had the power to kill.
Yeah, so you moving circumspect, and you treating every person with a level of respect, so you don't know what that person has done or capable of doing.
It says, so shalt thou not doubt the fear of death.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. So you have people that underestimate guys, or and they say the wrong things, and then they get caught up.
Yeah, I can tell you from experience, right? When I was in high school, I used to think nobody could touch me, bro. That was a literal thought. I'm like, yeah, bro, nobody could touch me. Nothing will ever happen to me. Guess what? Got in a fight in school, I got fucking stabbed up.
Oh,
Them is the type of lessons you gotta learn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, when you don't root your spirit and don't have that fear of death, man. You know?
And even when the wiser you are, you know what I mean, the calm you're supposed to be as a scripture.
Yeah.
Even
Right.
if you watch
Right.
even certain movies with the Chinese and person who do martial arts,
Right.
you know what I mean, who can fight as hell. You know what I mean? Them don't go around picking fights.
Them is the
You
dudes
know
that
what I mean?
walk
Them
away.
walk away.
Yeah, them is the dudes that walk away.
And that's
You know
true.
what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, in the movie you gotta trigger them and shit to really,
Yeah.
or sometimes even like in Street Fighter 2. I don't know if you've seen it, the animated movie. Ryu was just letting them dudes jump him.
Right.
Now that nigga could do one Hadouken and behead everybody.
Right.
So you just
Bro,
like,
just like,
you just took it like whatever.
yeah, right.
It says, so shalt thou not doubt the fear of death, and if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently.
Yeah, don't get under unnecessary trouble or provoke someone. All right. Don't try to prove yourself, or listen, man. If you can avoid a problem, do that.
Avoid it. Fuck
You know what I mean?
It says, remember that thou goest in the midst of snares.
Yeah,
that-
it's traps, man. Everything's a snap. We ain't talking about the woman, but she's a #1 instigator, I believe, man. To get people caught up in the shit, man. Say slick shit. Oh, you scared of this person? I know a female like that, you know. No, I don't want to talk about that. Man. I was about to get caught, man.
It says, remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city.
That's right. The battlements are the part side, like protect the roof thing with the battlements.
Yeah, the battlements is like railings.
Yeah,
Like you know, like you on your
the top of
fire
the
escape.
bu- the top
You know the
of
fire
building,
escape, the part of your fire escape
Yeah.
that makes sure you don't walk the fuck off the fire
That's
escape.
what I was trying to say. I was meant to say top. I don't know if I said it, the top of the buildings, like the little things.
Or safeguards, they
Yeah,
call them
the safeguards,
safeguards.
yeah.
Yep.
'Cause it keeps you.
I got
safe.
something. Proverbs 15 and 23. A man hath joy by the answer of his mouth,
That's right.
and a word. Slocking.
The answer your mouth, man, it can keep you out of wrath or out of situations. You know
Right.
what I mean? And the #1 is keeping pride in check or things like that. You know, one time I'm gonna just say it. I know I'm blabbering, but you know, years ago I was young. The homies, East New York, they asked me was I blood or what? I was like, nah. You know what I mean? I just said nah. I was straight up. I wasn't. Didn't care. So my family members, they like, yo, #1, nobody should be asking you this and that. I'm like, yo, listen, man, just cut all of that stupid shit. Just one answer. You know what I mean? One answer leads to not unnecessary problems. You know what I mean? You know?
We finish the scripture real quick.
Yeah,
Doc.
but you know that's a pride thing, the ego thing. Like, yo, nah, no man supposed to tell you nothing like that. because that same mentality I had when someone asked Elder Gad a question like that, and I held my peace, but I'm like, yo, who the fuck why is he asking Elder Gad any question? Right. That dude wound up being cool. Him and Elder Gad was tight, like, you know, for just speaking or whatever, you know, because Elder Gad gave him a soft answer or whatever, and that was it. It's wisdom.
Yeah. It says 15 and 23, a man hath joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season, how good is it?
In due season, and in a certain timing, or whatever, and the right answer keeps you out of trouble or getting into trouble.
Case in point, when you go back to that video in Brooklyn of that man getting gunned down, him and his son, when you go back to the video, the beginning of the video, who was beefing with that dude? The woman. Then the man came out of the house trying to defend this woman because he felt like he was being disrespectful because this woman some man was coming at his woman. But now, over noise, that could have been, that shit could have been avoided. I'm not saying she was in the room, but she running her mouth didn't make the situation. She kind of amped the situation up. He already was sitting there. He had a gun on him, so he had some kind of ill intentions because he had a gun on him. He came out to this noise. So you know he's unstable in his mind. He got demons on him because he got noise going on in the crib that he can't hear what's going on in the TV. He can't watch the TV because his noise probably blasting music or whatever the case may be. You know, he comes to get a gun and knock on the door. They ain't answering, but she comes out. Now they beefing. And he's standing there listening to her, and you could tell that she was coming at him. Look at everybody's seen the video, right? So she was arguing with the dude. Then her husband comes out, and then she steps to the side, let her husband, he had her scissors in his hand, you know, he comes to the dude, they both beefing. Then she realized, all right, this shit ain't worth it. She tried to pull him back, but now her husband is already emotional, not thinking, should have been, listen, I would have grabbed my woman. Listen, get the fuck in the house, what the fuck you doing?
You don't want to be.
Don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah.
So now, he beefing with this dude. He didn't know the dude had a gun on him. He coming out there to defend his woman. He grabbing fucking some kind of scissors to defend his woman. Now he got the scissors, and the nigga the dude beefing with him. So they beefing. The dude turned his back. He just pulled out a gun and started shooting. And his son was there too, barefoot. So it's like your father, your son, and the woman. So it's 3-on-1. He probably lived in the building as well.
Yeah, of course he did. If he's complaining about the noise.
So the crazy thing is, the dude shot them with the cameras their way, then he stood for the elevator to open. He could have walked down the stairs, but he stood for the elevator and got on the elevator with the gun in his hand. And what happened with the woman, what she did, when the shooting started happening, she ran in the house, she slammed the door behind her husband. Her husband was on the floor, corner, trying to get back in the house. She slammed the door.
Yeah, see, and the women are foolish. Once I moved where I live at, I told my sister, I said, yo, I ain't involved in nothing that goes around here. I don't chill with nobody. I ain't in the mix. I'm incognito. I don't even I want to be like a shadow, or not a shadow. It's like a wind. You don't even see me. She's dealing with people over there. I told my friends and family, I said, yo, she get into any problem, don't help her. She's on her own. She disobeyed what I said. She's on her own. What this gonna look? I was like, yo, fuck that. She's on her own, and I stuck to that. You know what I mean? But I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't want to be beefing with motherfucker in your building. All right, you see this dude you see him every day. Nigga live right underneath you. That's not the person
I
you want
don't
to be
care
beefing
what
with.
And then not only
situation
that,
it is.
you can tell when you coming in and out, going to and fro, if this dude is a street nigga, he's on the street or on a block, you can tell what type of person he is. So why would you beef? So these women, I'm telling you, when I saw that video, I said, yo, she's the cause of this show. Shit. When I saw the video, she was beefing with him, then her husband came out, and she backed up, and then when she started getting real heated, she tried to pull him off. Her husband, he jumped away from her. That's when that nigga pulled out that gun and started. She should have got shot too.
It never works out that way.
She ran in the crib and shit. and locked the door by her husband trying to, he's shot and wounded. He's crawling trying to get in the crib. She slammed the door. Dig that shit. Watch the video again. Dig that shit.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. It says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
We like sheep in the midst of wolves, man. So we in the midst of predators, man. All right. And what? You don't want to have no blood in the water, man. And then you know that leads to predators coming to you, man. So we gotta move strategic and circumspect, you know, and spiritual, calculated, man.
You gotta understand. This is
There's more, right? Yeah, let the scriptures go, bro.
It says, be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
Wise as a serpent, all right? A serpent sees all, aware of its surroundings and calculated, all right? Wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove, man.
Right.
You know what's going on. You're not in the way. You're not involved. You know what I mean? You do your daily activity, your job. You do the work, and you stay out of shit, man. Somebody talking shit, yeah, all right, you got it. You know what I mean?
right.
You got it. All right, yeah.
Yes, sir. This is Romans 12, verse 17. It says, recompense to no man evil for evil.
That's the spirit that was brought out
No
earlier.
Right.
get back, no getting even. No get back, no getting even. Let the Lord deal with it. Let the Lord sort out them problems.
You know, Apostle Ricard said something years ago. He was like, "We'll never snitch to the cops. I snitch to the Lord."
Yeah.
So when somebody's fucking with you or whatever,
Yeah.
and grieve you, just put them curses up.
Yep.
That's right. That's 100% true.
That's
That
right.
makes it sounds better than going to the cops.
Yeah.
But they ain't gonna do nothing for you anyway.
Oh yeah.
So, got more?
Yeah, it says, provide things honest in the sight of all men.
Yeah. Be a man of integrity and truthful.
Yes, sir.
If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men.
Live peaceably with all men. We're not trying to get revenge on these heathens or none of that, yo. You know what I mean? You know, in one way or another, we gotta deal with them on a day-to-day basis. All right, so we move strategic and stealth. All right.
As the scripture said, time and place for everything, yo.
Yeah.
For now, we in the dispensation of preaching. That's what we're here to do. Prophesy. You know what I mean? We ain't here to show physical strength and might. The time is gonna come for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Except
But-
for fishers and hunters.
Right,
Jeremiah.
right. You know what I mean? So for now, we hunt, we fishers.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's the job that we get to do. So let's do that job. You know what I mean? When the time of Yahweh shall come and lay the hunting spirit, then you know what I mean, it's all out in that time, you know what I mean? But for now, let's do what we're commissioned.
Nobody don't do nothing. You're
Right.
a coward. So
Right.
them men lose their life. You're gonna take care of their families. You're gonna visit that man for commissary, or go see that person, them people that get locked up. No,
Right.
I got a quick scripture.
you got it.
Real quick. Real quick, let me bring the scriptures out. Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
The fear of the Lord. That fearing the Lord, we're keeping the commandments. That He protects us. This is our treasure. And wisdom and knowledge is gonna keep you stable. It's gonna keep you grounded.
That's right.
This is gonna keep you grounded, man. You can't be moved off your pivot or whatever word you want to call it.
Right.
You on balance, man.
So we gotta.
So that's it.
Oh, so what you gotta say, huh? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
man, we have to understand that. Listen. A lot of things is gonna happen to us. Niggas gonna do a lot of things here, and we ain't gonna do nothing about it. You know what I mean? Because if we could recompense everybody that did ill to us, then what would Yahweh Shai do when he came back?
That's right.
You know what I mean? So a lot of persons who did us ill, is when Yahweh Shai came back, they're gonna get their payment. You know what I mean? Things are gonna be recompensed on their head. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
leave way for that wrath.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yep. So with that, all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rachakodash.
Double honors to our apostles, our bishops, our elders, and honors to Octa pushing truth out with sincerity. All right, Shalom. Until next week.
Shalom.
Lord will.
Lord willing.
See, I almost forgot.